We move to race number 4. This is over the 1,000 metres, and it is for the Class 4 gallopers. Fabulous 8, Jerry Chow. He carries 9 pounds less than last start with that claim for Jerry. Magic Supreme, Alfie Chan has been cleared to take back up riding after being stood down due to some dehydration issues at Sha Tin on Wednesday, so he's back. Management Supreme, Sha Tin debut, led up his last 2 starts at Happy Valley. All the way has had 3 trials since his debut run. Carry the Diamond was down to make his debut in late January, dislodged the ride of the morning prior at track work, was scratched and he's had 3 trials since. Goko is a 4-time winner down the straight. On debut, 10 Joyful Fortune, 11 Planet Flyer, 12 Star Present, 13 Viva Mama and Johnny. A couple of trials since following being found lame the morning after the race on the all-weather last time. Magic Supreme, Comfort Life and Goko have been at Chung Fa Top.
Yeah, and Goko should be up on the pace, but last time out he was outpaced Goko over 1,000 metres here at Sha Tin behind Dublin Star. Viva Mama's shown some useful pace, was just half a stride slow in that most recent trial, I thought, and Joyful Fortune should be somewhere there as well. Fabulous 8 should get a nice run through the claim. Dublin Star, Management Supreme, a few of the other first starters back in the field there that don't have a lot of pace.
Here is Fabulous 8. He comes in this race in really good form at the moment, and Ricky Yu, top of the table as far as the premiership's concerned. He's under a good hold as well, and there will be the apprentice claim on him, and he looks good. He works nicely. Joyful Fortunes looks the best of the first starters here. He goes really nicely. He's had 3 trials, 11.37 pounds. He's looked good in all those trials. He looks ready to run a big race as well. Joyful Fortune, you can see the hold he's under. And Star Present, now one of these very rare fillies here by Alfred Noble. We don't see too many of those, West Australian. Look, she's under a decent hold. 11.28 pounds, 4 trials for her.
Here, 2 fillies running tomorrow with the Tinkerbell also lining up in the Griffins race, race number 1. Fabulous 8. He was the best Tom behind Sparkling Night, who was scintillating down the outside. Dublin Star's always consistent too. Yeah,
he certainly is, Dublin Star. He's in on a minor line, but very keen on Fabulous 8. Happy to stand him out here with Jerry Chow riding. He was just beaten by a freakish performance from Sparkling Night, who copped the wrath of the handicapper, some 14 or 13 points he copped, but he was the best of the rest. And I think with the 122 pounds on his back here, it makes him seriously dangerous for this race.
Yeah, and prior to that, he ran into Winning Dreamer, who was an impressive winner once again on Wednesday. So good form lines for this horse.
Goko just loves a 1,000 metre sprint, Paul, down the straight at Sha Tin. Here he is on the weather trialling recently.
Yeah, he's got some internal problems, Goko, and that worries me a bit with this horse. So his last 2 runs I thought were pretty ordinary. I've left him out.
Yeah, I've left him out as well. He was well supported last start, went off favourite, surprisingly enough, at 2.9. Now, I know this trial was over 1,200 metres and that's not his go, but look, he was fairly ordinary to the line there, so I think the jury's out.
Start number 35 for Goko. Neil Callan has his first ride on race day on the horse. OK, we need to head to an interview. Joyful Fortunes looked very strong at the trials. Blake Shin is the man that has partnered him in the trials, and he will do so again on Sunday, and he caught up with Ed Sadler.
Blake, Joyful Fortune steps out for the first time on Sunday. You've had a lot to do with this horse. Does he give you a good feel?
He does, yes. He's a nice horse to work with. It's been a pleasure to work with him over the last couple of months. I think he's had a nice preparation into the race, and it's time for him now to go to the races, and hopefully he's going to perform well.
What do you like about him? He looks like a horse with nice natural speed. Is he fairly straightforward to ride?
Yes, that's the first thing that I like about him, those 2 things. He's quite natural, he's got a good brain, and he's got good ability, and you know, all the attributes you look for in horses to try and get you somewhere, he's got. He's with a good trainer that's been patient with him, and I'm hoping that he can do us justice on the weekend and start on his winning ways.
He's won 2 trials at Sha Tin, Paul, including a trial win over First Responder, who's further franked that trial form by coming out and winning.
Yeah, he's looked really good in his trials. He's up against 2 raced horses who are in good form at the moment, in Dublin Star and also Fabulous 8. I think they're the 3 main chances in the race. He looks like he's a really nice recruit, and if he's ready to go on race day, he'll give them a bit of a fright as well.
Yeah, and he's trialled well. He had a first-up trial at Happy Valley where he ran 5th. He had trials at Gosford in Australia with Kim Waugh before he came over here for a couple of wins. There was a $100,000 English yearling, and he's come up favourite, but he's looked good in all of his trials.
Further trial replays right now. Another first starter is Viva Mama. He's had 2 trials, been consistent, beaten 2.5 lengths in both. Planet Flyer also comes out of this one, Tom. He's had 4 trials.
He has. This one here, Viva Mama, was with Lauren Brennan, New Zealand. He'd trialled 3 times there for a couple of wins and a 3rd placing. He was 340,000 out of the ready-to-run sale, and he wasn't pressured too much there on the rail. I didn't put him in, though. I just want to see what he does first up.
Yeah, and I haven't been taken with Planet Flyers trials either, so he didn't go in for me either. He finished back in that one.
Are you Fabulous 8, your Joyful Fortune, or one of your old favourites, Dublin Star on top, Paul?
Yeah, they're the 3 main ones. I ended up going with the top one here, Fabulous 8. I just think with the claim, he comes into the race really well placed. He's fit and he's going well. Dublin Star and Joyful Fortune, not much between the 2 of them. Dublin Star's been running some really good races behind some good horses as well. We saw that one behind Sparkling Night. Fabulous 8 did beat him 3 starts ago as well. So 1 to beat 4, not much between them. If the 10 is a really good horse, he's quite freakish, then he could beat them both. But I haven't seen him yet on race day, so happy to put him in there for 3rd. 1, 4, 10. And Comfort Life, he's another one who's been quite consistent. He'll be finishing off late in this race. 1, 4, 10 and 6.
Yeah, I've got the one on top as well. I'm happy to stand him out here, Fabulous 8, if he can be right up on the speed like he has been and ultra consistent down the straight with the Apprentice claim this time round. I think he's going to be tough to beat. Of course, he did win really well 3 runs ago over Kinda Cool. Joyful Fortune goes in. Trials have looked good, so happy to take a chance with him. Dublin Star definitely goes in. He's ultra consistent. The difference from Paul and I is Management Supreme. Now, he ran a bottler 2 back at Happy Valley behind Simply Fluke, and he was 3 wide, no cover early, pressed forward to the lead. So had to do a bit of work over 1,200 metres last time out. Drops back to the 1,000 metres. Vincent Ho, Francis Lloyd. 1, 10, 4 and 5.
Fabulous 8 on top. Just before we head to a break, further reminder that John Moore Legacy, John will saddle up Magic Supreme in that race. Race number 4. It's his 2nd last day of racing at Sha Tin. You can catch the John Moore Legacy. It's on hkjc.com. That's hkjc.com. It's the John Moore story. You'll find it on the Hong Kong Jockey Club website. Off to a break here on Racing to Win.